Welcome, Bear Ass Nation. You're listening to Bear Ass Radio. My name is Monkey. Thank you for listening to the show. I'm going to get into a review today. Didn't think I would. Not this early into the show, but well, here we are. So my adventure begins when I go to the ESPN Club restaurant at Disney's Boardwalk. I'm trying this place for the first time, and I had a great experience. I didn't go expecting to review the place, so I don't remember all the specifics, but it was still fresh in my mind here now days later. So I went in the middle of the week at lunchtime. It was basically dead, so I sat pretty much immediately. The staff was nice and welcoming. It felt genuine. The food was actually the next surprise. I started with the loaded tots appetizer. It's basically tater tots with this beer cheese sauce on it. Had a little bit of sauteed onions and brisket in it, which was really tender, really good. Fell apart immediately. It's great. And it was topped with a little pico and some green onions. For my entree, I had the ribeye. Came with two sides. I chose the onion rings and coleslaw. Onion rings were a standard, beer battered frozen ring. Not the best, but was still crispy. Those things die pretty quickly in the expo window, so someone's timing was on today. I noticed. Kudos. The slaw was actually much lighter than I expected. I've had a lot of slaws recently around in the area, and they're all vinaigrette coleslaws, so not as wet and not as sweet as Southern coleslaw, which is mayo-based, but they're particularly acidic, a little heavy on the apple cider vinegar, but this slaw wasn't as aggressive on the palate and was, I can only describe it as airy. Not dry, but airy. Looking forward, the slaw is also a component of their crunch burger. I can imagine it working because it won't kill the bun, shouldn't take over the burger taste, and should play nicely with the pork belly and the jalapeno aioli. Sounds good. So you can expect a review on the crunch burger because I will be returning to try it at some point. That's happening because they nailed the ribeye. I eat my steak rare. Now, I'm pretty forgiving on the temp. If it goes a little over, I get it. Rushes can make it easier to overcook and die in the expo window, but I've been having them come to the table almost well done here recently. It breaks my heart to send it back, but I do draw the line. This steak was perfect. The first time in a while, which kind of makes me sad, really. The seasoning was spot on. The temp was spot on. Could not have done anything different to make it better. So after cleaning my plate, I took a picture of the recording booth. I was basically at our table as we were pressed up against it. It looked functional, so out of curiosity, I asked about it when we were settling the check. The server told me it was functional and they would sometimes tape and air shows. I could barely see in the back, so I asked if they ever did tours, and I was unable to stop smiling because I knew today was going to be great, because she just went, sure, let me get a manager, and scurried off. About a minute later, the front of house manager is at the table saying, let's go. So the manager opens it up, turns on the lights, and lets me look around, and gives me the rundown on what they do there. They have a little video studio area in the very back. I guess they control the TVs and make montages and things like that for special events like athlete appearances. In fact, Shaq has recorded podcasts there. Still smiling after asking for permission, I took a couple of shots and recorded a shout out from the giant chair, which I'm convinced was pretty much, there's no way this thing didn't hold Shaq's butt. I shared his butt print. It's amazing. Fun fact. So little birdie told me that apparently when he visits, he likes to get a particular dessert while visiting the ESPN Club. It is allegedly a Mickey waffle with all the toppings and eats it in like 3 bites. They should put that on the menu and call it the Shack Attack Challenge. Imagine that. Eat it in 3 bites and it's free. $1 million idea. So, with a great experience after a great meal, it was time to go. I walked back to the car, enjoying the sights and sounds of the boardwalk, and went home happy. Happy I put on pants and tried someplace new. Well, that's the end of the story time. Thanks for listening. If you're finding this on either the site or on social media, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I can't wait for feedback, so hit me up on the socials or site or email me at bearassradio@gmail.com. The next episode is going to be about fulfilling a promise. I'll be doing just that, so make sure to check it out. See you next time.